Hey, welcome to the Mind Hacking Habits podcast, where we present day 38 of our 45-day Mind Mastery 101 course for Mind Hacking Happiness. That's about it. Here's day 38. Hey guys, welcome to day 38 of the 45-day Mind Mastery 101 for Mind Hacking Happiness. So today is day 38. What is day 38? Empowerment Day. Yay! It's the day that we're going to take all the things that we learned and look upon the things that we've experienced in our mind and pull from it another huge lesson about life that's going to be extremely liberating, right? So those moments of small incremental learning that then also become that boom, that big epiphany. Well, today is one of those big epiphany days, hopefully. We'll see. But here we go. We've been talking about sympathy, empathy, and compassion the last couple of days and how we can use our understanding of mind to look into the minds of others, right? And be able to see the process within their mind that is creating their turmoil and oftentimes their interactions between themselves and you and their reactions to you are coming from that process of mind. And so regardless of what it is they're saying or doing to you, you can now look beyond that and see what's the catalyst within their mind that has created this reaction or emotion or action towards me, right? And so we can understand from a deeper level, just drill right through what we see into what we can know about that person's mind, right? And so in addition, we also learned that when we look at our mind from our awareness, we can be separated from that, and we see the separation that exists because a tooth cannot bite itself, an eyeball cannot directly see itself, an olfactory nerve can't smell itself, a fingertip cannot touch itself, right? To be able to perceive something, there must be a little bit of a separation between the awareness and the perception that is being perceived. Otherwise, the perception can't exist. Right? There must be some separation. So as we've learned as we've looked at our mind, we've looked at our emotional processing, we've looked at our reactions, we now understand we are not those things. We have those things. We have a mind. We have an emotional reaction set. We have thoughts and feelings, etc., but we are not those things. And that gives us a better idea that we can control those things. Right? That we are the observer of the whole thing. We are in command of the whole thing. We are the owner of the whole thing. So we have control that we can now exercise in dealing with these things, right? So now here's the big epiphany in that we know how the mind works. We know how our emotions work. We know the variables that we've seen in the equation of emotion that create all that stuff, right? So now we need to ask ourselves some very serious questions. And the first question is, can anyone else in the world make you mad? Or is it the fact that there's a perception in your mind that you've painted and an expectation or preference about a certain thing on your self map that automatically gets created through the wiring, right? Through homeostasis, that it must be held at status quo or increased in value. So now, is it really them that's making you mad, or is it you through the perception and through you allowing the process to come to fruition that's making you mad? Now, there's a huge responsibility there, right? That I'm telling you, you're the only person in the world that can make you mad, but there's also a huge bit of empowerment there. That now you are the only person in the world that can make you mad. And it's not that, you should never, ever get mad. Certainly, anger is an emotion that can be useful at times, and it can be energizing. It does flood your blood with adrenaline. It does give you that ire to be able to step up and defend the things that are most important. But the thing is, now you have a choice. You're moving compulsion to choice. And so the compulsion piece was, well, frickin' everything set you off before, it could set you off before, and now you have a choice of what things you will allow to set you off. That's a huge difference. That's the difference between being controlled by your mind and you controlling your mind. The mind being a master of you and you being a master of your mind. That is a huge difference between the two. In you not having control of the automated processing of your mind that creates anger, and you having complete input into whether you're going to allow that process to come to fruition. That's huge, right? And so we go from, can anyone else in the world make you mad? No. Can anyone else in the world make you sad? As soon as the slide updates, you'll see that little word up in the right and the little icon down in the lower right change. Again, no. No one in the world can make you anything. You can allow yourself, if an emotional output is useful, to experience that, but no one in the world can make you anything. And that's empowering. Because you can say, well, it sucks to have that responsibility that, my sadness is all my fault. Well, sorry, but it is. It is all your fault. No one in the world can do anything that simply overwhelms your control of your mind after you have a mind mastery. There is absolutely no one in the world that can do anything, nothing in the world that can happen that can overwhelm your control to the point where you simply get sad. You have to allow it. And sometimes it's good to allow it. Sometimes it's super powerful, super overwhelming, like super, you could focus it and totally sink into the existence that is beyond mind and let that stuff pass. But a lot of times it is healthy to just let it come and let it wash over you and go ahead and have a good cry, because we are a physiological creature, right? And so having those emotions be heard and be understood is part of the process, and allowing that stuff to occur occasionally is great. Let's do it. Let's get angry and yell and become mad at things and take action, and let's be sad and have a good cry. And, we're going to lose people in life eventually, and that's going to be sad moments. And, we can retreat back into, well, I'm, not my mind, and, where I'm just going to focus on this and focus on the existence that is, which I am everything, and yada, 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 and all this, deeper stuff that we haven't talked about yet. There is that space where nothing can touch you and everything is bliss all the time, even when you lose someone you love. But the reality is, we live in this physiological meat suit. And this physiological meat suit has those reactions that we're going to create emotional turmoil for ourselves from time to time that is just going to be so powerful that we can't bear not to let it out. And that's okay. We do that. But again, we have a choice. We have a choice of, not being bummed out when our favorite TV show gets canceled on TV. That's bullshit, right? That's not anything that should ruin your day. That's not anything that should create cortisol in your body, right? That's not anything that should negatively impact your health, right? We need to save the good reactions for those good times where it's darn good and ready and deserved, right? Can anyone in the world make you afraid? Again, changing just the upper right word and the lower right graphic. Absolutely not. No one in this world can make you afraid but you. And that, rather than being a very large responsibility, should be a very empowering statement at this point. Should be a very empowering realization. To say, I can be fearless if I want to. Absolutely no one in the world can make me afraid. It is all a process of my mind, and I am in complete control of my mind. Allow yourself to be in that space. Allow yourself to practice to the point that you have that level of control, because it is real. It is a realistic outcome that occurs after a large number of hours of practice. Here's another one, a tough one, by the way. Can anyone else make you happy? Wow. That's a really touchy, ugly one to talk about, right? Can anyone else make you happy but you? There's a lot of empowerment there, but a lot of responsibility, and almost like a scary, holy crap, no one else in the world can make me happy but me. And we may want to just deny that one. We say, that's too much. That's too much. No, I need other people to make me happy. Bullshit. It's bullshit. You need no one else to make you happy. That's what this whole course is all about, is allowing you to empower yourself to make yourself happy, to make yourself react in a way where your entire existence is not thrown off by life's external circumstances, including what other people think or what other people do or how other people feel about you or what other people say about you. Your happiness comes from within. Your happiness comes from simplifying your mind's self, adjusting your perceptions about life in general and about specific things that come in. And then your happiness arises as a result of a lot more balanced equations of emotion, right? And a loss of turmoil. And so you can be happy regardless of what's going on with everybody else. That's the amazing truth about happiness, is that you don't need anybody else to be happy. Stop giving your power away. You control your mind. You control your happiness. You control your inner turmoil to a large extent. Stop giving your power away to allow other people to make you angry, or allow other people to make you afraid, or allow other people to make you sad, or allow or require other people to make you happy. Stop. Stop giving your power away. Take away the ability for others to ruin your happiness. Take away their power to influence your mind by becoming a master of your mind. Because when you take that responsibility, when you take that ability, man, you're unstoppable. Who can stop you, right? Who can, unless they physically put their hands on you and put you in a cage somewhere, right? Because you've done something bad to society. Let's not do anything bad to society, right? Or other people. We don't do harm to other people. But at the same time, if you're going for a goal, if you're going for a vision that you have, if you want to make your life whatever you want it to be, who can stop you? Don't stop. Don't let these people put doubts in your mind. Don't let them put fears or angers or sadnesses that slow you down. Don't require someone else's approval for your happiness. Take control of your own mind. Be your own hero. Stop giving away your power and take other people's ability away to ruin your happiness. Practice the ability to hack your own happiness. Because again, we're talking about mastery. Mastery is not, you take a course and you're a master. Master is 10,000 hours of practicing something to mastery. Could be more, could be less. 10,000 hours has been just kind of a consensus time frame. But it's up there. It's above 2,000, certainly. Maybe less than 20,000. But you need to practice the ability to hack your own happiness, because when you do that, it will occur. And it is magical. The simple fact is that we are helping you understand today is that no one can manipulate your mind. Only you can manipulate your mind. Only you can manipulate your perceptions or allow others to manipulate your perceptions if you're not mindful of them, if you're not in meta-awareness. But no one else can manipulate your mind without your permission. Only you can. But the cool thing is you can manipulate your mind. Willingly, easily, with practice. You can adjust your expectations either up or down for things. You can adjust your perceptions either up or down about things. And that will create a difference in your equation of emotion, which then will have the output change through the automated circuitry in your brain that creates those reactions, which you then have to deal with through your awareness. You have control of manipulating those basic variables to be able to manipulate the output of your mind, to be able to have it give you what is productive, necessary, and positive, rather than what is limiting and negative and ruins your happiness. You have the ability to manipulate your mind, and you need to develop it. Develop those meta-awareness muscles. Develop the changes that you need to make in your equation of emotion, in your perception, in the things that you're holding on to as part of your sense of self that maybe don't need to be on the map, or maybe can be moved out quite a bit from the center to the edge, that you don't give a shit as much about it anymore. Because that causes your emotional turmoil. That causes your reactions and things. And if they aren't useful, dump them. You have that power. You have the power to look upon the world differently and change your perceptions. You don't have to automatically accept the perceptions of those around you. You don't have to automatically accept the perceptions that your mind tries to give you. You can change those things. You are powerful in your universe. You create your whole life literally with your mind. And now you know how to take control of it. Do so. Manipulate your mind. Take control of your life. Here's your homework. Meditate for 20 minutes and just feel the power of your focus and control. Just feel the ability of being able to take control of your mind. It is an amazing power in comparison to where you were 39 days ago. Or more, since we've added, breaks in between some of the 5-day clumps, right? A couple of months ago. You are night and day difference between where you were previous to where you are now in being able to control your mind and understand the processes that go on inside your mind. So meditate for 20 minutes and just feel the power of being able to focus and control your mind. Do that for 20 minutes. Hope things are well for you. See ya tomorrow.